Welcome back to Peak Speed Lab 164, where gravity, mass meet friction. The ramp decides the results. Thanks for joining me again, my fellow diecaster blasters. So I recently had a birthday. That's not important. What's important is between my parents and a friend of mine, I received a few morsels, vehicular morsels, if you will, for the lab. So here's a little tease. Matchbox moving parts. This is a 1911 Porsche, 1964. That's not what we're going to talk about in this video, but subscribe, subscribe, and hopefully you'll like these videos because you don't want to miss out on that. We got some other teasers that I'll be bringing out from Matchbox. There's another interesting brand of car that I haven't heard of. So we've got a lot of other brands coming into the lab soon. So stay tuned, subscribe, etc. You know the usual. Anyway, so a buddy of mine sent me a kind of a random 30 pack of Hot Wheels cars. And as I was showing him what arrived, he saw one that was his absolute favorite car that he had when he was in his, back in the day. It was the Datsun 240Z. So guess what? As I fix that little, yeah. So I think it's time. Boom. We're gonna do it right now. This is the Datsun 240Z from the Then and Now collection from Hot Wheels for my buddy. So anyway, I think let's just get straight to it. Let's get to the unboxing. Let's stop dilly-dallying. So here we go. This is it. Look at that. I do love a good orange and a black accent vehicle. It looks pretty cool in the box. 240Z. Alrighty. Grateful Sam. Here we go. Bottom right. Check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. He's the one that turned me on to the technique. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Smooth like butter. All right. Okay. I always like to get the feel right out the box. This is, yeah. This is number 2 of 10 in the collection, by the way, of the Then and Now. So anyway, oh, you know what? We'll do that in a minute. Check. Yeah, okay, it's rolling pretty good. So before we do the close up, let's take a look what's back. Cars from the past and the present. Can you collect all 5 pairs? So I remember coming across one of these before, and I don't know if it says 2 of 10. So I don't know if the pair is another year of this model, or if it's just like another car that, another model of a Datsun, or a special release. I don't know, to be honest with you. I forgot that I think I was going to check that out, and then I got sidetracked because things happen. But here we go. Not a lot of other info on the back there. And as usual, we got to do the close up. Look at that paint job, that livery. Datsun, Hot Wheels. Number 23. Oh, yeah. I can see why this is a favorite. Look at that. That grill looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? I also had a really good friend of mine in high school. Yeah, she had I think it was a 280Z. I think that's what it was. Yellow, black. We used to have a lot of fun driving around in that car for sure. These little fast cars were quick, not just fast, but quick. All right, got as usual some pretty nice artwork, understated, classy, tasteful. I like it. And let's see if this is a Malaysian make. I'm waiting for those, by the way, to come up so we can, and I always do this. That flame always throws me off. I don't know why. All right, I think you might, there it is. I can kind of see it. Is that Malaysia? That is Malaysia. Yeah, all right. So this doesn't seem like anything too fancy. We got plastic and plastic. Once again, we're finding that plastic tires typically roll faster, and we know why. If you know anything about friction at this point and materials, you'll get it. I don't know. Let's see. All right, time to measure it up. And I say measure it up, then we'll get over to the short form drag strip. Let's get it. All right, the magic of editing by not editing while I'm editing. Hey, whatever. Anyway, so we just measured her up, this Datsun 240Z, and we are about to, did I say Z? 240Z, right? I think that's what it is. You know, what can I tell you? I'm sometimes, You know, the older I get, as Yogi Berra would say, the older I would get. Okay. Yes, my special effects. What can I tell you? Anyway, we got the Datsun 240Z on the starting gate here for the its first inaugural, as usual, warm up lap and the first lap overall. And we're going to do its 20 warm up runs. And again, I'm going to give a shout out to my buddy. His name is Jake. For those of you who are wondering, well, that's what I'm going to call him. That's his pseudonym. Okay, but long fun story. Like I mentioned a minute ago, gifted these like this 30 pack, went through a lot of them. So we've got some more things added to the queue, but this was his favorite. So this particular run, these warm-ups and the official 10 laps dedicated to you, buddy. All right, let's turn it around and see how she does right now. Right? See, it's right there. It's ready to go. Looking all orange and black and cool and badass. Okay, so we like to always make sure it's as straight as possible. And in the center as possible. There we go. Y'all ready? This is the first lap. We're going to call this Jake's run, and let's see how she does. Woo! Okay. 1.917. It didn't hit that 1.8 range, so it's got some warm-ups to do. So 19 more to go. We'll be back at you with the official 10. Sit tight. Just wrapped up the 20 warm-up laps. It's got a little bit of swim in the lane. And, you know, there was some ups and some downs, but it was right around that 1.9 second mark, with the fastest warm-up lap being 1.876 seconds, the slowest 1.926 seconds. So, yeah, we'll see how the official 10 runs go. We're still dedicating this to my buddy. This was his favorite car when he was back in the day, and let's hope it keeps performing well. All right, like, so stick with it. We're gonna turn this around, go with lap one right now. And by lap one, we mean, you know, official lap one. I got it all in there. Look at that. See how she does. 1.893, respectable. So what we're going to do is we're going to cue music, but we're going to keep it in normal speed. So here we go. 9 more laps coming at you. Let's get back up this way right now. We are at lap 10. I dare say this had a much better run on the official 10 laps than the 20. It doesn't look like it got over 1.9. And look at that. It almost looks like a bizarre view of the Port of Baltimore. I remember when these cars came back in the day. All right. So here we go. Lap 10. Let's see if she can break a record. 1.872. Look at Batman and Robin are helping out these crashed smash up derbies. So check it out. We got the warm up lap at or warm up laps with the progression up to 1.876 and the slowest at 1.926. But it was right around that 1.9 second mark. But look at this. Not a single result over 1.9 seconds. This last result, 1.872. Fastest lap, 1.864. Second fastest, 1.871. All right, time to plug this in. We're going to head back over there, as I've said before. So hopefully you'll join me, and we'll wrap this up here shortly. Welcome back to Peak Speed Lab 164, where gravity and mass met friction, competed. The ramp decided the results. This thing right here, this little Nissan 240Z, was pretty decent, actually. It was during the warm-ups, as I mentioned a minute ago, it was came in right around 1.9 seconds or so. That was after 20 laps. So once it got warmed up, never went below that 1.9, not after lap 7 of the warm-up. So it ended up with an average lap speed or lap time of 1.8794 seconds. So as usual, I'm going to put the information in the details, which it will kind of do the rating or the position of this car within its own. This was in the C-weight class. And although it feels heavier, but it was in the C-weight class, and it was in kind of just below the center part of the weight for that weight class. And then, of course, against all the other cars that we've run. This is car 36, I believe. I know it says 23, but it's car 36 that we've checked out in the lab, or vehicle 36. So anyway, it's, as always, respecting the folks who make these cars happen in all companies, all brands, even all, I'm going to say, scales, because we've got HO one. I think this is basically HO scale, but 163, we got 132, 140, we've got 112. I mean, there's just a variety of scales that make it interesting for all of us who enjoy the diecast community, right? So anyway, let's put this thing, I'm going to see if I can get it right on the pedestal, lighted spinning pedestal for its moment of glory. Boom.